Hello everybody, my name is Jeffrey, and in this tutorial we are going to optimize our entity renderer class. Well, currently our entities can only be white cubes, but we don't care. So go over here. We'll start off in our master renderer class. One thing we can do, I'll show you over here, is for each entity that we want to render, we are updating the uniform, binding the buffers, enabling the vertex array, specifying which location is in which locations of the vertex vertex buffer are where the positions are, drawing the triangles, disabling the vertex attribute array, and binding the buffers to 0. And now this one does need to be called a lot of times because, well, entities, each entity can have this different position, rotation, and scale, but for so far each entity had the same model. So if we can load up all of the models at once, that would be a lot simpler. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a hash map of model, comma, ArrayList entity. So import, put a space over here, import model, and we'll just comment out this. So what we're going to do is we're going to loop through each of the models, and after that we're going to loop through each of the entities that uses that model. So for per model we need to call a few methods. So private void load model, private void unload model, and per entity we need to call one other method, private void load instance. That's it. This one is going to take in a model object, so model, and this one will take in a entity object. So now our for loop for model in entities. So entities.keyset. So for each of the models we want to do load model, and well, we do not need to unload each model because all of our models have the same type of attributes, so we only have to change the model and not unbind it. So the unbinding, well, yeah, let's just to be sure, let's unload model after this, and in between here we'll create another for loop. So for entity in entities.get model, and for each entity we're going to load instance entity, and we're going to render. So gl draw elements, gl triangles, model.get size, gl unsigned int, and 0, just like this line of code. Why didn't I copy that? Well, okay. And now just copy these 3 lines of code, paste them over here, and remove those comments. Change this to model, copy and change this to model as well. So, and just copy these lines of code as well, remove the comment. So Yeah, I like this. And entity shader dot update world matrix transform dot get transformation entity dot get position, and let's keep the rotations hard coded 45 degrees and not transform. So let's remove all these lines of code and go over to our master renderer class, because now we need to change a few things. This now needs to be a hashmap of model, comma, ArrayList entity, and closed off with a square bracket again. Hashmap model, comma, and closed off with another square bracket. Now import the model class. We just removed that import the last tutorial, but well, it doesn't matter. And now in here, model equals entity dot get model, and then array list entity batch equals entities dot get model. Yes. If batch equals null, batch equals new array list. Oh well, no. Open the brackets. Batch equals new array list entity. And put the batch in the hash map. So entities.add unhid.put model comma batch. And these lines will only get executed if the batch is not non-existent. So it's going to check for the model. If there is a batch for this model, then okay. But if not, then just create a new batch and make sure to put it in the hash map. And after this, batch.add entity and close. And that should be it. That should be at least a bit more optimized. Do we have better frames per second? Well, it's more stable, I can tell already. And where it was previously swinging between 1800 and 2000, it's now swinging between 2000 and 2200 and a little bit. So I do see that as an improvement. Oh well, what should we do in the next tutorial? Yeah, let's go and do lighting next tutorial. So next tutorial we'll make a start with lighting, so that will be fun, I believe. Well, I think at least. So I hope I see you in the next tutorial. Bye.